Welcome to the MLTI Slam Show. I'm Jared, and today is Wednesday, December 7th. In the MLTI Slam Show, we learn from students just like you from all over Maine. We'll begin today by following along with Alex Grant from Nokomis, who will teach us about Coding Spheros, an introduction on how to code and drive your Sphero robotics. Then, of course, viewers can take the Slam exam, a chance to win prize by answering questions about the show. Then we'll wrap up the show with the Slam demo, All Trails, a database of walking and hiking trails near you. But first of all, today we have a special guest with us here, the Department of Education Commissioner Macon. Welcome. So first question is, how's your visit gone? How's it been?
It's been amazing. I'm so inspired. We visited a classroom full of sixth graders who were programming robotics to do all kinds of different things, including freeform designs. I spoke to a former English teacher who is now the head of all of that work, the other Mr. Kelly, and you may be familiar with him. And the kids were so engaged, and there's nothing like usually teachers worry about classroom management, behaviors, kids being off task. The kids were 100% involved, engaged, on task, and it was amazing. And you guys also, what you're doing is over the top, inspirational.
Yes. And what do you think about the computer science opportunity being provided to students across Maine?
Well, I'm really proud to be part of it. I'm proud Governor Mills really made this an important initiative for us. She said, she wanted universal access pre-K through 12, actually, to computer science instruction. So we are providing those computer science labs. We're also going to be providing professional development in a variety of ways so that educators across the board, no matter what they teach, would feel comfortable with these skills. So I'm really excited.
Yeah, that's great. And thank you for visiting the MLTI Slam Show. Now, of course, please mute your mic. And if you have questions, enter them in the chat so Kyle, our moderator, can respond during the show. And remember, your account is connected to everything you type, so be kind and have fun. So welcome, Alex. Glad you could join us. What do you have to share with us today?
I'm just going to turn on this camera. So if you did get the computer science carts, you may have seen one of these or are about to see one of these. So this is the cart, or this is the box that all of these Sphero robots come in. As you can see, there's 15 in this one box. So what we're going to do today is just do an introduction to coding them. So I'm going to go ahead and present my screen here really quick. And so first off, we want to, so this is an app on the Google Play Store on the Chromebook. So it is called Sphero.edu. As you can see, you have the home activities programs on the left. You have Drive in the bottom, and micro programs and Sphero programs. What I want to do first is go up to the top right and connect to one of the robots. So these are the Sphero bolts. So and these use Bluetooth, so a list of them will come up. So if I want to connect to one of these, down in the cart, one of them will light up. So this one down in the bottom right lit up. So I will be using this robot to do this demonstration today. Okay. So the first thing that we want to do is go and create a program. And again, we're using the Sphero bolt and we're using blocks. So we're just going to create that. So today we're going to make the light on the top of this change color from red to blue, and then it's going to turn into an N for Nokomis, and then we're going to make it go into a square. So I'm going to set it right back down in the middle here. So the first thing that we want to do is go to controls down here at the bottom right. Before we do that, actually, I'll go over each of the little individual separate controls that we have. So we have movement. So this is obviously will make the robot move. The lights, it will change the face of it. The robot can actually make sounds. So you can play a random sound, or you can speak in your computer and it will say what you have spoken. And then you have your controls, which loops it, your operators, your comparators, probably butchered that. Then we have our sensors. So if it runs into something, it will perform a certain action. Communications, events, variables, and then finally functions. But first of all, we want to go into controls and grab the loop and drag the loop right up to the on start program. And we're going to go from 0 to 2 times. We want this to go through twice. So now, then we want to go into the light section and we want to grab the fade from one color to another color over a certain amount of time. So in this case, we want to go from, let's go red. We want it to go from red to blue over the course of, let's say, 5 seconds. So then if we did start the program, it would go from white and it would then turn to red. And then over the course of 5 seconds, it would go all the way from red to blue. So it would turn purple at one point. And then finally, when it ends up at blue, it would stay blue. And then right after that, we want to go to matrix animation and drop right under the fade from red to blue. And with these robots, you can customize what it has on the light panel. So I'm going to press the plus up here, but you can also go down to the bottom here, and they already have set Sphero animations for you. Like one of them's a heart, one of them's an X, a couple of them are question marks. So I'm going to go to plus, and we want to make an N. So I'm going to drag and hold all the way up to the top, drag and hold all the way from the top left corner down to the right, and then go up to the top right and go all the way down to the bottom right. And once we're done, we can press the check. And then if we started it, could be hard to see, but it will go from red to blue. And then eventually the N will pop up right there on it. So I'll set it right back down. And before we go any further, we need to aim this robot in the right direction. So the blue light on the robot, if you can see that on the back end of the robot down on this part, the blue light is where the back of the robot is, which means if you do go backwards, that is the direction we'll go. So we want the blue light to face us. So down on this ring, you can drag this blue dot around the circle, and as you can see, the robot is moving. So now when the blue dot finally turns toward us, we want to stop it. So now when we go forward, it will go in the direction that we want to, which is towards the wall over there. Now we want to go to roll at a certain degrees, at a certain speed for however many seconds. And we don't want it to roll any degrees right now. We want it to go straight. And then we want to go to 100 speed. And all of them, if you want it to go in somewhat of a square, you want it to be the same speed and same amount of time. And then we want to go for 1 second. And then after, we want it to stop. So now, if we do code, it will roll in a straight line after it does the red to blue and then turns into the N, and then it will roll ahead. So now I'm going to drag it, bring it back over to the center. And now we will continue. So we want to go back to roll and go and drop it right under the stop. And this time we want it to roll 90 degrees. So we'll just take this blue arrow and drag it to 90 degrees on the dial. And then again, we want it to go at 100 speed. So we'll set it close and then drag and drop it. And then we want it to stop. So now if we do the coding and bring it back over the middle, we won't do it this time just because with time, it will go from red to blue, switch to the N, it will roll forward at 100 speed for 1 second. It'll stop, and then it will turn 90 degrees and roll 90 degrees at 100 speed for 1 second again. Then we want it to stop again. And now the next thing we want to do is grab the roll and grab another roll at a certain degrees. And instead of 90, we want to go all the way to the other side at 180. So then it will turn 90 degrees again after it has already turned 90 degrees. So we want to drag it somewhere close and get right to 100. And again, we want to go for 1 second and we want it to stop again. And since the Sphero is obviously circular, hence the name, it won't go in an exact square because of the momentum that it has when it's going. It will be somewhat close to a square, but not an exact square. So now we want to go to roll again, and I'll scroll down on my screen a little bit so you can see the code. And this time we want to go at 270 degrees, which is all the way over on this left side. at 100 speed again. And we'll get it to exactly 100 speed for 1 second again. And you could go faster if you want to. It goes over 200 speed, and you can make it go for as many seconds as you want it to go. But for the space that we have right now, 100 speed in 1 second is perfect for it. And then after, we want it to stop. So now, if I play the full program that we have done, it will hopefully go forward after it goes from red to blue, changes to the N, goes over, and then it'll come back relatively in the same spot where it is. And on the screen, as you can see, it's not an exact circle, but then again, it will loop for a second time, and it will stop again. So again, it's not an exact square. You can see that it started over here and ended over here, but that's in very small increments of measurements. That's in centimeters. If it was in feet, then it would be all the way over on the other side of the room. But yeah, that is all I have for you guys today. I'm going to swing it back over to you, Jared.
All right, and if you find this presentation difficult to follow, remember you can always access these recordings at www.mlti.me to play, pause, and rewind. Now we're going to go ahead and check in with Kyle, our moderator. Let's see if there are any questions from the chat. So Kyle, let's see, we have one question here. How do you drive a Sphero without using code? All right, so Alex, since you're presenting on this topic, could you go ahead and answer that question for us?
Yeah, sure thing. So once we're here in Sphero, again, you have the code. You can program it to do what you want it to do. But there is a free drive mode you can use. So up in this top right, where it says drive, you can just click on the drive, and it will come up as WASD. And as you can see, it's moving down on the bottom of the screen here, over in the corner, or and you can aim it with the arrows on your keyboard. But if the keys are too complicated, you can also go to a joystick mode, and you can drag it around that way. So it doesn't have to always be a set code. You can use it as free drive as well. But yeah, that's how you do it.
All right, and thank you, Alex, for coming on the show and teaching us about Coding Spheros. And now, Slammers, get ready to click the link in the chat to take the Slam exam, a one-question quiz about today's show topic. You will have until next episode to answer the question and be entered in the prize drawing. Only your first entry will count, and the others will be removed. Winner in the next episode. That way, everyone has a chance to take the Slam exam, even if you're not able to join us live. Now, I will give you a code for you to type in so everyone has the same amount of time. The Slam exam question from last episode was, what is the term for placing an image app inside a website? Was it embed, embolden, or embiggen? And the correct answer was embed. And our winner from last week is KH from rsu10.org. So congratulations on that. The Slam team will reach out to you to get that prize. So be sure to be checking your email. And now, before we ask this week's Slam exam question, let's check out this week's Slam demo.
Hi guys, my name is Abby. I'm going to be showing you guys how to use the website AllTrails. So the first thing you're going to do is go to alltrails.com. Once you get there, you're going to sign in with your Google account. It already knows who I am. I've already signed in a couple times. So the great part about this website is that it will tell you how hard the hiking, mountain biking, trail running, backpacking, walking, road biking trail, that is all the activity types that they have. They will tell you how hard the trails are. It will rate it out of 5 stars. It will tell you where it's located, and it will show you a map of the trail. I have always wanted to hike Mount Katahdin, and so I'm just going to look at the trails at Mount Katahdin and find one that I like. So I'm not really interested in like a hard level trail. Like these are hard. You can see a map over here. So this first one, the 4.7 starred hard Mount Katahdin and Hemlin Peak loop, that is this red line that was over there. And we're going to find one that I think I'd be interested. I think this one. I like this one. I love water, love to be outside. This is the length of the trail. It is 6.3 miles long, but it seems like a pretty okay trail to hike. So the great part about this app, if you love to be outdoors and you love to go hiking and just be adventurous and see certain things, this All Trails website is perfect for you. So, it's so good. You get to see some views, descriptions, the conditions, and what the weather is like. Like this website, if you love to be outside, is perfect for you. You guys should take a look at it, try it out. It'd be perfect even for a school project if you're looking at certain roads, certain trails, just outdoors in general. Make sure you guys try it out sometime. Thank you.
All right, now thank you for the information about that website, Abby. Now let's get ready for the SLAM exam. Our moderator will put the link in the chat, or if you're not watching this live, of course, visit MLTI.me and click the SLAM exam link at the top to enter your answer. You can only enter once anytime before next week's show. The passcode for this episode is 941, and the SLAM exam question is, what do you call the lighted panel on the top of the Sphero? Is it the light field, screen, or matrix? And we will, of course, announce the winner randomly selected from all correct answers next episode. So good luck with that. Now, thanks everyone for joining today's MLTI Slam Show. Thanks again to our presenter, Alex Grant, our moderator, Kyle, and director, Aiden. Slammers, if you have questions, would like to make comments, or share the work you created today on the show, visit www.mlti.me and contact us. Those of you here in the live stream right now, stick around for the after show live discussion. Student leadership ambassadors, stay curious. We'll see you next time.
That's a wrap. Good job, guys. Good job. All right, shut her down. We're not going to worry about after show today. We're getting enough extra. So, yep, we can shut it down. We're good. Excellent.
All right, thank you for the information about that website, Caitlin. And now let's get ready for the SLAM exam. Our moderator will put the link in the chat, or if you're not watching this live, visit mlti.me and click the SLAM exam link at the top to enter your answer. And you can only enter once anytime before next week's show. The passcode for this episode is 472. And the SLAM exam question is, what is the term for placing an image map inside a website? Is it embed, embolden, or embiggen? And of course, we will announce the winner randomly selected from all correct answers next episode. Good luck. So thank you everyone for joining today's MLTI Slam Show. Thanks again to our presenter, Autumn Ballard, our moderator, Lucas, and director, Aiden. Slammers, if you have questions, would like to make comments, or share the work you created today on the show, visit www.mlti.me and contact us. Those of you in the live stream right now, stick around for the after show live discussion. Student leadership ambassadors, stay curious. We'll see you next time. The MLTI Slam Show is a program of the Maine Department of Education. For more information about this and other innovative educational initiatives, please visit www.maine.gov/DOE.